Judge, this is the case of DrankSinatra.
Thank you. Today we've got a case of drinking, cheating, breaks, and one baby. And I want to make sure that last thing, that baby, is okay.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kayla Allen and Bryan Vizueta. The two of you have been together 3 years, separated for the last 6 months. You have one child together. Ms. Allen, you are seeking monetary compensation from Mr. Vizueta for moving expenses, and we will get to that momentarily. But Ms. Allen, I'm going to start with you. Why are we here today?
Good morning, Judge. First off, Bryan says that I'm a hoe and not a housewife. And the first thing is that, you know, this past Memorial Day weekend, I went with one of my best friends down to Orlando. Bryan was invited to come on that trip. I even offered to pay for his way.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you know, he said he didn't want to go. So while I was down there, throughout the trip, I was kind of posting pictures with my best friend. And one day in particular, I went down to the bar because my friend was in the room talking to her boyfriend. And while at the bar, the bellboy offered to take me and my friend to downtown Orlando to see the area, you know. I took a Snapchat video of downtown Orlando, but I didn't include my friend in the video. So because of that, the next thing you know, Bryan's accusing me of sleeping with the bellboy and going home with him and not going back to the hotel room.
Mr. Vizueta, do you think she was messing around with the bellboy?
I mean, yeah, there's proof.
Now, where's the proof?
When she came back, I had asked her, you know, I confronted her about it, and she breaks down crying. So...
That's not what happened at all. So
mind you, there's other proof.
Basically,
But yeah, I'm gonna get you. Did you fall out?
Basically, what happened was I gave him the whole phone. So he went through Snapchat, he went through Instagram, he went through Facebook. I was able to explain everything. But the one thing that I was very, in particular about, he wanted to read through my messages with my best friend. And I think that's an invasion of privacy. Like, why do you need to go through what I'm saying with my best friend? And he wanted to try to time track me to be able to coordinate and say, oh, well, you were here and you were there. So the message in particular that he's talking about, one of the messages said, okay, well, my friend said, okay, well, good night. And I had explained to him that she had sent that because I was taking too long downstairs at the bar to get back upstairs. But as she sent that message, I walked into the room.
Did what you see bother you, and why did it bother you?
If we're working things out, you shouldn't be hiding stuff at all.
Well, what was she hiding? I mean, did she let you go through the phone?
Yes.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, yeah. That's a yes. Yeah. What did you see that said, aha, she's doing the wrong thing?
Because at that time, I had asked her, you know, who'd you go out with? Oh, just my friend. Come to find out, there's a dude in the picture now, out of nowhere. And then that's when I tell her, look, if we're working things out, you shouldn't be hiding stuff. So
the reason why...
That's already a red flag for me.
If we're working things out, were things already rocky?
Of course.
Why were things rocky?
She had stepped out.
What now? Is that true?
No. So the issue with regards to that is the timing. So basically what happened was I moved out at the beginning of September because we basically had lost our way. You know, Bryan was not spending time at home. So it got to the point that I was like, you know, maybe we just need space. So I moved out. And by the month of...
So you were on a break?
Yeah, kind of break. No, no.
I hate breaks.
No. It wasn't like a break. I just moved out because it was just very it was a hostile...
You moved out and it wasn't a break?
No, it was a hostile environment, so I just wanted to get some space. So we were still talking. We even went to you know, some counseling in October. But then what happened was...
She's still seeing some dude.
And then, but the guy that he's referring to, my coworker, we had to text basically, you know, for work purposes. So what he's referring to was, come the end of October, around Halloween time, Bryan and I kind of sort of agreed that we were going to go...
You were seeing him the entire time?
We were going to go. That's not what happened. But at the end of October, we both agreed that we were going to go on the break. And after we agreed to go on the break, in November was when I kind of sort of started going a little bit more with the guy, really talking to him, texting, keeping things kind of sort of casual.
So you kind of drifted into a quasi-relationship while you were out of the house and on a break. Did I get that?
Yeah, yep. I did that, but he also did stuff.
Yeah,
so.
and we're gonna figure that out in a minute, Mr. Vizueta. What did you learn about the nature of her relationship? When did you learn it, and what did you guys say about it?
She had come out when we were, you know, not talking. She was like, hey, I'm gonna go out with coworkers. And it was this dude. I already called it out from the beginning. I was like, you don't have any other coworkers that live in Jersey that are gonna come pick you up? So there's that. So then, out of months later, she admits, like, yeah, you know, we were texting, we went a couple of times, but just friends. All while the entire time we're going to therapy.
Okay.
So then that's when I told her, look, I'm not beat for this. I'm not here for that. I hope you get what you want. I'm just gonna contact you.
But I'm not the dude.
I'm just gonna contact you, the baby related, and that's it.
You say he tries to control you. I think I already know where you're gonna go with that one, but has he always been a jealous guy? Because he does tend to look through your phone and your Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Is he jealous?
I will say yes. Has things gotten progressively worse? Yeah. In particular, there's an ex from grade school that I was involved with, and he's also like one of my really good friends, but only because of what Bryan, he doesn't like him, so I only hang out with him really in a group setting. But one instance in particular, I had asked Bryan to help me move the baby's furniture and my stuff into my new apartment. He basically told me, no, I'm not gonna help you, you can do that on your own. So I reached out to one of my friends, because I didn't wanna spend like,
Wait a minute, hold up. Your baby, right?
Yes, sir.
She's with your baby. And you ain't gonna help her get situated with your seed, with your progeny.
It sounds bad, but...
Yes, it does.
I know. But my whole argument is, if she removed herself from our living space together, I don't want to interrupt, or I don't want to, inject myself into that.
Hold up. No. I'm gonna have a moment, and then I'm gonna let it go. At no time are you not responsible for the welfare of your children. At no time.
I understand.
I don't care if she goes to the moon. You're supposed to do your job with respect to that child. If she ain't stable, if she ain't right, and she's holding that baby and her legs are out from under her, she falls on top of the baby. That's your baby.
And
your
it wasn't
baby.
Her alone.
Huh?
It wasn't her alone. She had a...
It doesn't matter. Was there another father?
No.
It was just you.
Yes, ma'am.
How could you not, like, even if she didn't ask you to help, it was like, you got my baby. You better be all right. You know what I'm saying?
I see that.
That's my 10 cents to the world. I don't understand it. You know, how attenuated a man could be from his own future. Woo! Let's say they were doing the mad nasty.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Were you doing the mad nasty?
After I found out, yeah.
If you want her to forgive you for that, can't you forgive her for the other thing? Why don't you tell me, other than the cheating, what is your main concern with her?
My main concern is her drinking.
How much does she drink?
Good amount, like, let's say a bottle.
A bottle? There are all kinds of bottles. They got the little ones, they got the big ones.
Like a 750 bottle, a
750?
A milliliter of?
It could be any liquor. She has no...
Are you a drinker, Ms. Allen?
So, I do drink.
Exactly. Yes.
But no, I'm not denying the fact that I drink. However, I drink, like, when I'm with my friends, it could be maybe, like, you know, like 3 or 4, like, wine coolers, or maybe we'll have, like, a bottle of wine, or, you know.
How many? Yeah, I take it you don't think it can.
But he's making it seem like, you know, I'm coming home from work every day and I'm, like, downing a bottle.
How often do you drink? Do you drink every day?
No. I have to wake up for work the next day.
Every other day.
Literally, Monday to Friday, I'm not drinking. Well, Monday to Thursday. Friday...
She can't even keep that straight.
Because, like, and then Friday, you know, he'll pick up the baby, so it's never anything, like, too crazy, because baby comes back to me on Saturdays. So I'm not trying to be, you know, hungover throughout the whole day. Or even, like, you know, he says I'm an alcoholic, but
you get lit up, though. You get lit up, though, right?
Not even, because...
No, I mean, you know, I understand, glass of wine, but you gotta, like,
I'll go to a good point, and then, like, you know, I'm working on it, because, you know, I do know, like, the alcohol is an issue for him. So it's like, lately I've really been, like, you know, trying to mind, like, my limits, trying to, like, woo-saw myself, and, you know...
If you're trying to mind your limits, then you know there's an issue.
Exactly.
People don't mind their limits when they know that stuff is cool.
I just don't want to become, like, because, you know, there's been times where it's, like, you know, like, things have happened throughout the day, like, you know, between us, and then I'll wait till, like, I start drinking to then, like, explode, which is why, like, you know, I really try to, like, tone it down, like, not drink too much.
Repeat after me. I have an issue.
An issue.
With liquor.
With liquor.
There you go. say Mr. Vizueta never wants to spend time with you and the
No.
baby. Tell me why you believe that.
That's a lie.
So, for instance, on
That's
the,
a lie right
I
there.
literally have
I'm gonna
to,
tell you.
I have to beg Bryan.
I know
to
she
come-
does talk a lot, though. I get that part. So I'm gonna give you an
That's fine.
opportunity.
She's gonna make her own
I've
bread.
noted that. Go ahead.
I mean, I literally have to beg Bryan to come over and spend the night or to spend time with us. Like, literally, like, or for instance, like, I will text him in the morning, and one time I didn't text him at all. So next you know, he's like, wait, no good morning text?
That's
None
you.
of this? But that's
That's
him
you. You're always
because, again,
complaining
because
about
I'm
no
always
text.
texting him first. I'm always reaching out to want to hang out. I'm always like, hey, come over. Hey, stay over.
Gotcha. Mr. Vizueta,
That's
do
a
you
lie.
not reach out to her?
Yeah, we talk every day, all day. Do I not stay over every night? No, because I have my own place. You know, I want my own space. But the thing is, she doesn't see it that way. She sees it, oh, you gotta be with me at all times, till the morning, till night, till next day. And when I'm not at work, I'm with her and the baby.
Are you guys working to get back together to have that unit, or is this just it?
I think we're working on that. But
On back
Trying to-
in the house with the baby?
yeah, trying to see where it goes from there.
What do you think you're doing?
I agree. Like, I really want our family unit. You know, I'm adopted, so I didn't grow up with my birth parents, and I don't want that for my child. So, you know, I did have mishaps. I recognized them, and I realized, like, you know, I was wrong, and I really do, like, I apologize, and I feel horrible for it. And I keep trying to say, like, you know, I really want him to move back in with us. I really want to work on things. I really want to progress and move forward. I don't want to keep dwelling on the past. And it just seems like Bryan just can't let go of what happened.
Okay.
And
when you say mishaps, to what are you referring?
literally, like, the whole thing with my
Lies.
coworker, he refuses to let that go. And it's like, you know, like, during that time period, he was with 5 girls, and I moved on from that.
Mr. Vizueta, you didn't mention that.
I didn't think
Were you with 5 girls while she was kind of flirting around with the coworker?
No, I mean, let's get this straight. She wasn't just flirting around. She was in a full-blown relationship with
No
the dude.
matter what she was doing, what were you doing? Don't say she's taking care of, because you came in here with the wrong attitude about
No,
that
not at
baby.
all.
Yes,
Not
you
at
did. You told me what your attitude was, and I'm
No.
telling you it was wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Just that one instance, but you can't tell me about my own kid.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. What were you doing?
She doesn't have to know what she already
No,
had
I'm
moved
not.
on.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you, what were you doing? Were you seeing other
Yes,
women?
yes, I was enjoying my time.
Can I say this? Can I say this? I see it all the time. A woman does this much wrong over here.
Yeah.
Dude does this over here. No, wait a minute. She spends years trying to get you over this.
So
while
did I,
you,
and she stepped
hey. You think she shouldn't even acknowledge that this happened?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
What are you saying? You're saying
she
it's
can't-
none of her business. You were seeing other women, but it is an unforgivable sin that she was flirting with another dude while you were seeing
It's
other
not
women.
Flirting. It's not even flirting.
Let's say they were doing the mad nasty.
It's exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say we were doing the mad nasty. Were you doing the mad nasty?
After I found out, yeah.
Yep.
So if you want her to forgive you for that, can't you forgive her for the other thing?
She hasn't. She still brings it up.
I bring it up if he brings that up, because everything coming out of his mouth is "you're a hoe." Even if
yeah, I'm a
it could
hoe.
be like I'm at work and I have to go to another location for my job. He's like, "Oh well, I know you're gonna smash your on your way to your job to the other
mean, it happened
location."
already with
Like
some.
seriously, like
What does she need to do to get this right?
I don't even know the answer to that question.
If you
There's-
don't know the answer to that question, how do you anticipate rescuing this?
I personally don't feel like we're in a good place for that. And I don't want to hold her back because I'm undecisive.
So you out.
I think I am.
that's basically what I'm getting right now.
He's out. You know what? Out is out. And a lot of women have a hard time seeing it. But if he can't forgive you, think how bad N would be.
Exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world if he does the right thing about that baby.
No, she's taken care of.
Don't say she's taken care of, because you came in here with the wrong attitude about that
not at all.
baby. Yes,
Not
you
at
did.
all.
You told me what your attitude was, and I'm
No.
telling you it was wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Just that one instance, but you can't tell me about my own kid.
No, I'm telling you about the attitude you gave me. She had other people helping you, so you weren't worried about it. And I'm telling you,
I can
that
see
is
that,
not an attitude that is appropriate for your child. Don't tell me what's up. I know. Ms. Allen, you're seeking $300. Why don't you tell me why?
The first time when I moved out of the apartment we shared into the house of my mom, I had to pay a moving company to help me move my stuff.
Do you have any
Yeah, this is the bank
evidence
statement.
of that? Mr. Vizueta, what do you have to say about that?
She chose to pick
She
up
chose
her
to
stuff.
leave, so she should pay. Let me ask you this, are you paying child support?
Yes.
No.
Have you been ordered to pay child support?
No.
Let me go later.
No.
How much money do you give her every month?
I give her half of my check every week.
His paycheck is solely the daycare, half of the daycare. I pay half of the daycare. I pay the food for the daycare, food for her to eat at home.
You don't
I
pay
pay
for
for the
food, you
diapers
get the
for the
checks
house.
too. Come on.
I pay for the diapers,
Come
the
on.
wipes, everything.
Exactly, you heard that?
Everything.
Nothing.
And when I ask him to contribute, I'm doing the same thing at home, but mind you, the baby's only with him for 1 day.
Right.
The baby's
No,
with me for
she's
6.
with-
What was the
3
full
days.
price of the move out?
It was 500, but I'm only looking for the 300.
What was it your decision, or was it mutually?
We
Her
both
decision.
agreed to move out.
It was
Or
her
we-
decision. I'm still in the place.
Well, we know that, but you could have said, "Hey, get out."
No. She chose to leave.
Did you want her not to leave?
He packed my stuff with me.
Yeah.
Listen, Mr. Vizueta, I don't think you're a bad guy at all. Once a guy gets cheated on, there's some gizmo in their head, it just breaks. Ours might click around a little bit, but we can get it back on track. Theirs just pop. And sometimes they can never get over it. My suggestion to you is, Ms. Allen, don't pursue constant pain. He will persist in this if he can't get over it. He needs to come to you, get right, and get it together. Don't pursue it anymore, because his gizmo may be broken and there's nothing you can do about it. You're a beautiful young woman. Move on and step forward. I think it was a mutual decision for her to move out. Therefore, I will award you $250, which is half of what it costs to get out of there. This matter is adjourned.
Do you think you can get past this cheating?
It's gonna take some time, I think, but maybe if we could work things out slowly, probably get there someday.
I mean, it definitely hurts, because I really want my family to be together. I'm just gonna listen to the judge and, take a step back and just let him come to me. We have some good times, and I'm hoping that can outweigh the past.
Okay, all right, good luck.
Thank you.